and welcome to Hixxy Studio. In this video I'm going to show you how to make this little mini stepper card. It's not a mini card, but it's just a little mini step on it. And I am using a really lovely die. This one from Amy Design, the Classic Men's Collection, this motorcycle die. It's yeah, I'm not into motorcycles. I don't have a lot of people, but I just love the effect. It is so detailed, really detailed, and it's a good size. So it's almost 5 inches across. So you can make a really good size card with this, and you get the little helmet die there as well. So I'm going to show you how to make this card. So we'll start with the base card. So I've kind of if I hold it up like that, the overhead, you'll be able to see I've got this little step here and then the big one here. Just add something a little bit different. So what you need is a piece of card. Just put that die back in before I lose that. Piece of card, the length of A4 by 6 inches. Okay, and then we're going to score this. And we are going to score it. Now bear with me, I've got my notes to the side. First of all, at 5 inches. Okay, so I'm scoring it at 5 there. Then I'm going to turn it 180 degrees. Oops, I've got a bit of pencil there. And I'm going to score it at 7/8 there. Okay, and then I'm going to flip the card over and I'm going to score it at 1. I'm just looking where I am. My board is getting quite old and worn. 1 3/4 there. Okay, so that's 5 inches. Flip, turn it 180 degrees. 7/8, flip, 1 3/4. Okay. Famous last words where it now all goes very wrong. Okay, so I am my burnishing tool. So I'm going to burnish my folds. So the reason we do on different sides is because we're doing mountain and valley like so. So you get your stepper there. Okay, so I have already got my mats and layers, and I've gone for this black, burgundy and white. Mostly because when I was looking, because like I say, I don't know a lot about motorcycles. And when I was looking, because I kind of knew what I wanted to do with sort of the layering, but I didn't know, which bits would be what colour. So I found this picture on the internet of a Harley Davidson, which looked very similar. And so I went for the colours with that, which is burgundy, which I rather like anyway. So, and I made a little strip for there. And we'll also do the little bit of road that I made a little bit of road for the background as well. So this bit goes on here, like so. I can see my score. It's not the best card. It's just a bit of random card I had in my box. So just be careful of that. You see, this is what we don't particularly like when we're scoring, this little cracking, but we'll go with it because it's the bit of card I had in my box. Right. So to make the road, I literally have a piece of black card, which is roughly the same width as the white, and I made it, what did I make it, 2 inches, and then a little strip of white, and I'm just going to cut this strip in 2, and I think it was 1 inch. Bear with me, I'm just gonna check here and mark off that, and I will see. I think it's 1 inch. I did it. Yeah, so we're gonna I'm going to mark at inches and there, and I'm going to just cut this speed by hand. So don't need that little bit. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And so all I'm going to do is to stick them on there. I'm going to get my I will actually use this. Whoops, all over my fingers. So I put it on my board so I can roughly see where the halfway line is. It's not going to be totally accurate, but it's enough. And then I'm going to go at the other end, just so that I can see how much room I've got in the middle. I might not need all 5. I probably only need another 2 in there. With a plaster on my finger, I feel like all fingers and thumbs. There we go. Right, put that one on there. Yeah, just one more will do, won't it? We don't need another one. Okay, so there's there is my little bit of road. That's as easy as it is. Doesn't need to be any more tricky than that. They're not particularly level, but hey ho. Right, and then that just gets stuck on here. It's a little bit, it's a little bit up from the bottom, just so that it's visible above visible. What's visible? Visible above the little bit there. Okay, so that's our base card done. We can put that aside to dry. Now we want to look and focus on the motorbike. So I have already cut it out twice, because you only need it to see it cut once. You don't need to see me cut it multiple times. And I have already cut the helmet out as well. So I cut it out in this silver. This is Creative Expressions. It's the pearl steel, I think it's called. So I've cut it out once in black and I've cut it out once in the burgundy, and you can see all this amazing detail that you get in it. So we need it now cut in the silver, that sort of metallic. So enough if we go that way. Ooh. Okay. And let's get a little bit of tape to take this down, like so. And I'm going to see the machine. See how it goes on that first part, and then we will make a decision as to whether just go straight ahead and emboss, or whether we'll turn it around and give it another run through. Oh, keep doing that. Don't push it quite in so that it registers. Yeah, so like I say, I studied this picture in order to be able to work out what bits were it. So I used the yeah, it looks like it's cut, which I am just almost think it's embossed enough for what we want. I'm not going to risk it. I am just going to run it through because I don't want to not have the embossed detail. So I will run it through with the emboss. Yes, so the way I have assembled this was to have the black one as the background. So everything is stuck on top of the black one. So we have the tank and the mud guards, which are the burgundy, and then we have the all the metal works. Yes, that's much better. I can see a lot better detail now. Some of that detail is as much about being able to see where to cut out as, you know, to be able to show that. I made a mistake of leaving my tape on when I embossed, but I think I might just get away with it. Oh dear. Yes, there we go. Phew, got away with it. Okay, so let's that out. Oh, it's come straight out. Not a problem. Okay, so this is the by far the trickiest, if indeed you would call it tricky. It's probably what I would say was the fiddliest bit. and it's just a case now of knowing what to cut and what to leave. Now I need to get rid of oh, that's my pokey tool. Oh, there. All of these just a little bit still in there. Those. Like I say, it is a little bit fiddly doing this, but actually it's so worth it with the end result. Little bits have got stuck there. Anything else? No. Let's get rid of those. Away. Remove all the mess. Okay, so it took me a while because obviously I was playing around with it and trying to work out what to cut and what not to cut. So I think what we'll do is we'll start off with the burgundy because this is the easiest. So what I need this front mud guard here, and I need this back one here. Now this one I cut out, although we've got the silver going through, I've cut that out in one piece because the silver goes over the top. This bit I did cut in two because I wanted you to see the black, or sort of, I suppose it's like the casing of the head, not the headlights, the rear light, isn't it? So, and this is where having the embossed detail really helps me because I can see the edge of the mud guard there, so I know that's where I need to cut. So I'm just following that line and cutting that out there, and then literally just across like so. And I am going to stick this as I go because I really don't want to be losing, particularly when we get onto some of the silver parts, like the little ends of the lights. They are very, very small and fiddly and very easy to lose. And already I've dropped that. So this is just going to go onto front mud guard there. Okay, first bit. So let's now do the fuel tank, and that's quite easy. Again, you can see the shape. We're just going to go in and cut there. Going to follow the line because there is an embossed line here. You just follow that line like so, and then snip there and there, and that's your fuel tank. Yeah, I'm going to use my tweezers. I think it will just be easier. So, and then stick our fuel tank on. Now you could, if you've someone has got a particular colour bike, then you can do this exactly how you want. You don't even need to really do this. If you don't, you can just use it sort of as it is. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut the whole of the mudguard out. Again, following the embossed line. Follow that round. Yeah. Just trying to get it in the light so that I can see where the embossed line is. There. And then I'm going to snip that off because I don't need it, so it's not in my way. And then I'm going to go round here. So now I want, like as I said, I want to see, you can see here the embossed part here that shows that this is the light. So I'm just going to again cut on that, first of all on that line, and then we'll stick that on. This bit goes like so, and then this is where we start getting the little fiddly bits. So this little bit here, so I'm going to just cut this off like so there, and I'm going to put the glue on this bit now because it is so small. It's a lot easier to do it that way, and then place that on. Okay, so that's that's all of the burgundy bits done. Okay. I'm going to, I won't be using this, so I'm going to get those out of the way so that they don't get in the way. So now this is the longer bit, the bit you need to kind of think about a little bit. So I'm going to start on this front wheel, and I can see that I've got lots of little bits still in here. Coming out pretty much it. There we go. Right, okay. So I'm going to just snip into the tire and up to the spokes, and I'm literally going round, just cutting off where the spokes meet the wheel. Now, what I did find is sometimes you end up with too much down here that you don't really want, but you know, it's not a biggie deal. Okay, so we're going all the way around to there, and then I'm going to stop, and then I'm going to turn it over and go back around the other side. And there's nothing stopping you turning these things over to make it easier to cut. Okay, so I want to keep this as one piece. Okay, so got those out. So I'm now going to cut up here. Okay, so that bit goes. And going up here. But I want this part here. So I'm just going to cut across there like so. All right. So, and then I want this part up of the handlebar and up round here. I want this bit, but I don't want this front bit. But don't throw that away because I do need that little bit for the light. So I'm going to go up to there and then across. And I'm just going to put that on that somewhere safe so that I don't lose it. Okay. And then I'm going to just cut this little bit off here because I want the actual hand, the sort of hand part of the handle to actually be silver. Now I don't want the tank, but I do want those little bits. Oh, that one's come across already. I want this part here, so I'm just going to cut there, like so. And I don't need the tank, so I'm going to cut that bit off. Okay, these are bits I don't want. Now, like I say, if you follow what I've done, because I've done all the hard work in working out, what I need and what I didn't need. So we need this and this and this bit here, but we don't need that there. So I'm cutting in there, and I'm following the emboss line up through there. Okay, and then I need this bit across here, and I'm going to want this bit up here and around here. I don't know what any of these bits are, but you know, looking at the picture, that's what it seemed to show I needed to do. So I'm going to now cut that bit off. Okay. But I want to keep hold of that because I need that tiny little bit on the end for the light, so I'm going to put that up there as well. Right. I've not cut that particularly neatly, so let me just go back and give that a little bit of a like so. So I want this, it's connected to this and the spokes. So I'm going to cut there. But then I'm going to start cutting around these spokes, just like last time, at the ends of the spokes. legs, and then same going this way. Getting a bit too confident here. I'm going to end up making some sort of mistake. I can see it coming. Right, so I need to cut around here, like so. And then this part is tire, so that needs to go there. And then we don't need the tire here. Oops, is it coming off? Like so. Phew! Right, and then that going to stick on legs. So now this is a little bit more complicated with the gluing, so I'm not going to hold it in my tweezers because there's a lot more to do on here. So now I'm just going to get glue on all these bits. Now if you make a little bit of a mistake and cut sort of something off that you shouldn't, it's not a problem, because you can just, you know, just get it stuck on. Once it's stuck on, it's not going to be that easy to see that you've ended up sort of with several different bits, so don't worry about it. To be honest with you, it took me about 4 or 5 attempts to work out all the bits and how to try and keep it all in one piece. You know, like I say, it's not the end of the world if you don't. Right, so now is a case of just gently getting this laid try that again, laid down and lined up. Okay, that's that bit there. That's that bit there. And then I've got a little bit of a spoke that's gone a bit awry there. There we go. There. There we go. So just a couple of tiny little bits to do now, and that is this little front piece of the light here. So I'm going to cut up there and around that little bit of embossing there. As you can see what I mean, these bits are tiny. You don't want to be losing them now. I just want to cut that little bit off there. I'm going to get my tweezers and put some glue on the back of this. This is this front part of the light. So, okay, and then this is the teeny tiniest bit that you've got to do, because I just want this little bit here for the backlight. So I'm just going to cut there and there. See, absolutely teeny tiny. Okay, get glue on the back of that, and then that sticks on. Oops. Managed to move it a bit. More glue on my tweezers than the size of that little bit. Okay, so there is our bike all sorted. So that is now going to sit on here. I'm going to just use the black, I think. Yeah. I use the black. I realise now why I put the two, because I want the motorcycle goggles, I want them in the silver. So I'm just going to now just cut those out. Following again, follow the embossed lines. Like so. And then we'll get some glue on the back. These over the helmet. Right, so this guy is going to sit down there, so I only need glue on the bottom. Like so. There we go. And let's get some glue on the bottom. Yes, we can use bigger glue because most of this now is solid. Okay, and then so we're going to put this so that it's kind of doing like a wheelie, if you like. And get a bit of paper. Down. Excellent. Right. And then just a little embellishment. Have all these empty packets I'm picking up. It's this one I want. So I have a sentiment here. Probably could have done with moving you over a bit more, but not to worry. So this is for Julie Hickey Designs Everyday Sentiments. The reason I put that on is just so that I can slide it around to where I want it. And then I've just used some these little black embellishments. They're not pearls, they're almost like little black faceted studs. I thought they'd be quite appropriate for finishing off this card. Oh, where's my little pencil? There we go, my little wax pencil. And we just put those on there, like so. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so there we have our motorcycle card made using Amy Design Classic Men's Collection, the motorcycle die. Cut it 3 times, snipped into it to layer it up to give a sort of a slightly more realistic motorbike there. Now there are loads of elements in this collection, loads more dies, some push outs, which are like 3D decoupage things. So if the motorbike doesn't quite appeal to you, then have a look at the other videos that we've got on the channel, and hopefully you'll find something that you really like. Thank you for joining me.